Yo, tapping in real quick for Dana White Contender Series, Week 6, taking place tomorrow evening, September 17th. And there are no women's MMA bouts taking place on Dana White's Contender Series this week. So we will just be chopping it up about these 10 young men that will be involved in these 5 fights tomorrow night, for what it's worth anyway. Let's dive into it real quick. These first 2 fights of the night, I do not necessarily know how to pronounce these young men's names correctly, so I won't even attempt to do so. We're going to rock with the initials. The rest of the card, I feel all right with, correctly pronouncing their names. Let's talk about it. YN versus AG to kick off the card. YN currently sitting at minus 180 on the money line. He's 6-0 up against opposition with combined records of 30 wins, 23 losses, and 4 draws. He's going up against AG, who's currently sitting at plus 150 on the money line. AG is 5-1 up against opposition with combined records of 20 wins, 37 losses, and 1 draw. And this is going to be an absolute shit show, y'all. You understand what I'm saying to you? Out of every fight on the card, this is the one I struggle with the most. This is the one I went back and forth with the most on the card, where I expect pretty much every favorite to get the job done. We are in the doghouse, so I do search hard for a dog, you know what I mean, to possibly be the one to bark and pop the fuck off. And unfortunately, AG is going to be the one on this card, man. You know what I'm talking about? I'm going to go ahead and side with AG, the silent assassin, to be the one to get this one done as an underdog and hand YN Two-Face his first ever loss, possibly inside the distance via KO, TKO, if he catches him, clips him, and disconnects him from his consciousness. Possibly via decision, man. But as I said, I believe this one will be a shit show, so I wouldn't be surprised if this one ended in a draw and they both took a fucking walk. You know what I'm talking about? Moving on. TT versus AL. TT currently sitting at minus 600 on the money line, the biggest favorite on the card. He's 6-0 up against opposition with combined records of 9 wins and 19 losses. He is taking on AL, who is currently 6-1 up against opposition with combined records of 15 wins and 13 losses. He's currently sitting as a plus 470 on the money line. This is fucking ridiculous. AL is 6-1 up against opposition with combined records of 15 wins and 13 losses. TT is 6-0 up against opposition with combined records of 9 wins and 19 losses, and he's a minus 600 on the money line. My goodness. This is fucking ridiculous. I do believe TT to be the one to get this one done out of the 2 Brazilians, but minus 600 for anybody on Dana White Contender Series is absolutely ridiculous. Every single one of these fights should be minus 110, minus 110 pick'ems, because none of these individuals have been tested up against a legitimate high level of opposition for anybody to be arguing any of their statistics or any side for any reason in any way, shape, form, or fashion. This is fucking ridiculous. Yeah, I'm talking about, oh my goodness. TT's the pick, man. Benjamin versus Joey. We have Benjamin currently sitting at plus 105 on the money line. He's 6-1 up against opposition with combined records of 30 wins and 10 losses. He's going against Joey, who's 6-1, currently sitting at minus 130 on the money line. His 6-1 is against opposition with combined records of 17 wins and 9 losses. He holds a few, couple physical attributes to his advantage, as well as a 3-year youth advantage. But at the ages that these 2 young men are at, I'm not necessarily sure that we should be talking about the 3-year youth advantage. You understand what I'm saying to you? Now, the 3-inch height advantage and the 4.5-inch reach advantage, we may very much talk about those, because I think Joey will very much use those physical attributes to his advantage to secure this victory in some way, shape, form, or fashion. So I'm going to rock with Joey at minus 130 on the money line. Aaron versus Elijah. Aaron is currently 8-0 up against opposition with combined records of 24 wins and 26 losses. Aaron is also currently sitting at plus 165 on the money line. My bad, y'all. He's going against Elijah, who's currently sitting at a -200 on the money line. Elijah is 6-1 up against opposition with combined records of 24 wins and 8 losses. And Elijah's the pick, man, to get this one done in some way, shape, form, or fashion. The main event, Dylan versus Ahmad. Dylan is 8-3 up against opposition with combined records of 17 wins, 14 losses. He's taking on Ahmad. My bad. Dylan is also currently a +145 on the money line. Ahmad, currently a -175 on the money line, is 11-3 up against opposition with combined records of 23 wins and 12 losses. And Ahmad is the pick, man. You know what I mean? To get this one done in some way, shape, form, or fashion. So we have a 5-fight card. I'm rocking with 4 favorites and 1 dog. And, you know, it is what it is, man. I feel like that's just how this night's gonna go. I think Ahmad's gonna get it done. Elijah's gonna get it done. Joey's gonna get it done. Unfortunately, TT, 6-0 up against opposition with combined records of 9 wins and 19 losses, sitting at -600 on the money line, is probably gonna get it done too. Whether or not he'll justify that price tag or not, I do not know. What you need to understand about these price tags, man, when you're talking about -600 and above, motherfuckers better get it done in the first round. They better get it done inside the first 3 minutes. You know what I'm talking about? Motherfucker makes you a -1,000 and a minus, all these crazy, like the money lines they've been giving to some of these individuals lately inside the UFC, man. The only way you justify a price tag as significant as that is by getting in there and getting the job done inside the first round, not inside the distance. You don't justify a price tag of -2,000 or a -1,000, -1,200 by going in there and getting it done inside the distance, finding the submission or the knockout in the last minutes of the 3rd round. That is not how you justify a price tag like that. You justify a price tag like that by going in there, scooping the motherfucker up, taking him across the rug, octagon mat, huge style, dumping him on his motherfucking neck, and then just either pounding him the fuck out or aggressively searching for the submission, finding it, and getting him out of there. And not just inside the distance, but inside the first few fucking minutes. Let's get that right, man. That's the only way you justify a price tag over -1,000 and above. You know what I'm talking about? Is getting it done in the first few fucking minutes. You know what I mean? These motherfucking price tags are ridiculous, man. But it is what it is, man. That's that with that. Dana White Contender Series Week 6 taking place tomorrow night, September 17th, man. You know what I mean? It's going down. It's 5 fights. And we rocking with Ahmad, Elijah, Joey. I don't want anything to do with this one fight, but we'll take TT, and we're going to take the one dog. We're going to take his AG, the silent assassin, to kick the card off. You know what I'm talking about? I don't necessarily know that YN will be able to find a knockout on AG. Maybe he can get AG down and sink in a submission and get it done that way, to get it done inside the distance. But I don't know that, I just don't know that AG or YN, whatever the fuck, is going to be able to find the finish on AG, man. Like I said, this one might end in a motherfucking draw and they can just both take a walk, man. It's going to be a shit show in my personal opinion. But Ahmad at -175. We'll go from the highest down. Elijah at -200, Ahmad at -175, and Joey at -130. I'd parlay those 3 up for this thing. I'd leave TT alone, and I'd leave the first fight of the night alone. And I'd just parlay up Ahmad, Elijah, and Joey. That -200, -175, and -130 will give you a decent enough plus money number to roll the dice on as far as Dana White Contender Series Week 6 is concerned for this week. You know what I'm talking about? That's that with that, man. I'm going to go ahead and get the fuck up out of here as far as all of that is concerned. And I will tap back in a little bit later on with a couple more parlays, man. 3 legs, 4 legs, and 5 legs that I have for the UFC fight night in Paris, France. You know, what is it, like 12 more wake-ups or some shit like that? You know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean? Not this Saturday coming, but the next Saturday we have another off week, so I might find myself tapping in a little bit more than usual, you know, just to chop it up, you know what I mean? And for those that don't care for those chop up sessions, You do not have to tap in. You know what I'm talking about? Appreciate y'all, man. That's that with that, though. That's your week 6 Dana White Contender Series picks, man. Stay away from that first fight of the night. You know what I mean? I'm fucking with the dog, but I just leave it alone, to be honest with you. And that second fight of the night, that TT versus old boy, where TT's minus 600, but he's, you know, his 6-0 or whatever it is up against opposition with combined records of 9 wins and 19 losses. I just leave that one the fuck alone too. And then just go ahead and rock with motherfucking Ahmad, Elijah, and Joey, man. You know what I mean? Wrap Ahmad, Elijah, and Joey up in a little 3-leg parlay. Fuck it, throw $30 on it. You know what I'm talking about? Minus 200, minus 175, and minus 130. Wrap together in a 3-leg. $10 a head, throw $30 on that 3-leg. I'm pretty sure it's going to smack and secure the bag for you. I'm not exactly sure what, you know, exactly what size bag it's going to secure for you, but it should give you a pretty decent plus money number. You know what I mean? Nobody's over minus 200. Minus 200 is the biggest one. Then it's minus 175 and minus 130, and those 3 legs will wrap together at a good plus money number. $10 a head, $30 on the 3 legs, and go ahead and turn that thing into a couple to a few units. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean? That's the only way anybody should attack this card, in my personal opinion. And if I'm wrong, my bad, y'all. I'll rub that in my chest, but I don't think so. I think those 3 get the job done. Elijah, Ahmad, and Joey. Appreciate y'all for tapping in, man.